say to you circumstances don't matter. We really mean they don't matter. But yet some of you will still be like, yeah, but this happened, but they said this, but they said... Okay, I want you to just listen for 1 second, okay? Imagine in front of you, imagine you're in a hotel, and each hotel room is a different reality with a different version of your SP. For example, just for this conversation's sake, so you can make sense of it, okay? And I said to you, what do you want? What's your desire? And you're like, oh, my desire is like to live in the end and be in a beautiful, loving relationship with my SP. They love me and I feel great and everything's good and the relationship's perfect. Okay, that is in room number 11, okay? But let's say on your way to room number 11, you see something unfavourable in room 7. Let's say the door's open in room 7 and that's basically your SP with someone else. You don't then stop at room 7 and go into room 7 and focus it. But that's what so many of you do. You go into the wrong room and you stand there and you focus on it and you moan about it. But you've just got to keep focused on room 11. You've got to keep focused on what you want. Okay, again, this is just an analogy. It's not actually how it works, but it's just how I make sense of things, okay? And I'm just like making sense of it in my brain and it just comes out of my mouth to speak to you guys, and it might make sense to you as well. If it makes sense to one person, then I'm happy. Anyway, so what you have to understand, and it's not even you have to understand, it's not you have to understand this to get it, but I'm just trying to help you understand that once you've chosen what you want, that's inevitable. That version of reality exists. That version of reality that you want is in room 11, so to speak. Not actually, okay? But you're walking past room 7, getting all high and mighty and spiraling and triggered, and again, doesn't mean you're not going to get what you want, but you're focusing on the wrong room just because you saw it briefly. And then you're fixating and going, yeah, but, I saw in room 7, third party with SP, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that doesn't matter. That's not the reality you want. So continue to room 11. Keep focused on what you want. You are God. You are consciousness. You are the awareness behind everything. So you can't not have something that's already yours. If you go and look at my other video I just posted where I said creation is already done, you are the creator. Therefore, everything already is yours. Everything, every version of everyone and everything is already yours. I know this can sound confusing. I get it. I've been there. But it will click. Save this video and just watch it a few times and it might make sense to you. Okay? But you've just got to stop focusing on all the things that you don't want. Oh yeah, but this is happening in my 3D. How do I deal with it? Be neutral. Deal with it the best way you can, but you stay focused on who you've decided you are. If you've decided that you're the wife, you're the wife. You can't be two things at once. You either have it or you don't. You either are the wife or not. I decided I was the wife, even though in the 3D he moved to another country. I kept deciding I was the wife, even though he told me he wants to be friends. I kept deciding I was his wife, even when he said, this is destiny, this is the end of the road, we're never going to be together, you need to move on and forget this. We can only be friends. We can only be friends. And guess what? I cried. I felt emotional. I had days. I felt like strangling him as well, a little bit. Obviously I wouldn't, but obviously I wouldn't. I don't have to say that. But yeah. But guess what? Guess what? One thing remained. That was, I'm his wife. I'm his wife. And it got to a point where even when he blocked me, I kind of just laughed it off. I think I remember speaking to my friend on here and I was like, oh, he's blocked me. And it was just funny because I just didn't care because I knew it didn't matter. I knew it didn't matter. I just didn't care. Oh, he's blocked me because he's so freaking in love with me. He can't bear to see my face. Gave it just good meaning in the moment. But I didn't. Who cares? Who cares when you know that your decision is your decision? Whatever comes after your I am is what will be. I am his wife and now I am his wife. Okay? You want to be the wife? You want to be the husband? You want to be married? You can. I've actually got a manifesting marriage course on my website if you want to go and do that. But you don't have to do it. You are incredible, you are amazing, and you deserve to have everything you want. Okay, so just remember who you are, awaken to who you are. When you realise that you are all that there is, the only power, the only power, the only power. Nothing else, nothing outside of you, nothing is anything. You are the power. Okay.